Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video. A very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm going to talk about the solar eclipse which is happening on the 20th of April 2023. On this particular day, the planet Rahu, Sun, Moon and Mercury will be in the Aries sign. And at this point in time, there is going to be a solar eclipse. The sun is gonna get affected at this point in time. Well, technically speaking, when the planet moon comes in between the sun and the earth, a solar eclipse takes place. So at this point in time, when Rahu, Sun, Mercury and Moon will be in the Aries sign, you are gonna experience a turmoil in your life. This turmoil, this disturbance, this confusion could be in any area of your life. It could be in your business, in your job. There could be an enmity between you and your bosses. You can also face some government problems at this point in time. The sun represents your father, your soul, your spirit, your courage, your confidence, your immunity, government officials, your aggression, the firepower in you. So at this point in time, Rahu is gonna affect the planet Sun. So it's gonna be a disturbing time for most of us on this planet Earth. Well, seeing the planetary positions and the constellations during this time, I wanna tell you all something today. I wanna tell you all that you might fear at this point in time. You might be skeptical about taking a decision at this point in time. You might be confused at this point in time about what to do. This or that, night or day, black or white. You might not be able to choose what you want in your life at this point in time. Your soul, your spirit could be shaken up at this point in time. But you need to get back up again. You need to fight back at this point in time. You need to bring yourself into such a situation where you can't retreat. Either it should be do or die, sink or swim for you at this point in time. You might fear at this point in time to take a decision at this point in time. You might fear doing a work at this point in time. You might fear changing your situations at this point in time. You might be fearful of a consequence or a result that might happen at this point in time. You might not feel like enduring what you are enduring at this point in time. But let me tell you, you need to bring yourself into such a situation where you can't retreat, where you can't go back. You need to do or die, sink or swim at this point in time. You need to go inside yourself and ask yourself what you really want in your life. You shouldn't be in that rat race at this point in time. You need to go within yourself. You need to go inside yourself and you need to ask yourself, what is it that is troubling you? What is it that it is not making you happy? What is it that you need to do in order to become who you need to become? You need to answer all these questions which will be playing in your heart and mind at this point in time. I'd say that it is time for you to ponder on it. You need to think about it. You need to think carefully what you want to do in your life and don't take a decision at this point in time. It is time for you to think at this point in time, and you need to think properly at this point in time so that you can make a decision later on, probably after the 15th of May 2023. The best way to face your fears at this point in time is to face them at this point in time. If you face your fears, they will leave you. Face the things which you fear and they will leave you. So at this point in time, at this juncture, you need to face your fears boldly and aggressively. You might be worried about your future at this point in time. You might be anxious about your children at this point in time. You might be anxious about your spouse at this point in time. You might be anxious about your business, your health, your job at this point in time. You might be anxious about your love life at this point in time. You might be worried about things which might not happen in your life in the future. 90% of the things in our life, the fear which we have in our mind never happen. I repeat, 90% of the fears we have in our mind never happen in reality in our life. And you need to face your fears boldly and aggressively at this point in time. At this point in time, you shouldn't think about your future. You need to think about your present at this point in time. Because all a human being has is present. Everything in life is uncertain. Everything in life is unsure. So you need to deal with the uncertainties of life at this point in time. Well, life itself is uncertain. It is not predictable. So at this point in time, you need to deal with your present situation in your life, your relationships in your life, and try to hold on to your relationships at this point in time. In spite of them giving you a hard time at this point in time, you need to try and hold on to those relationships at this point in time. You might face defeats in your life at this point in time. But I want to tell you all that you are not gonna get defeated at this point in time. You are gonna fight back at this point in time. You are gonna make a comeback at this point in time. A setback is a setup for a comeback. So you are gonna come back in your life at this point in time. Maybe not exactly at this particular time, but soon after the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse, which is gonna take place in the month of May. I'm talking about the lunar eclipse. Well, health is one aspect which you need to concentrate on at this point in time. Focus on at this point in time. If anything goes wrong with your health, you need to give your attention and focus on it at this point in time. Some of you might also feel the fear of death at this point in time. But let me tell you that it is not death a man should fear. A man should fear never beginning to live. So you need to live your life at this point in time, and you need to live your life the way you want to live your life. I'd say that you need to live before you leave here. And don't bother about those failures at this point in time. Don't bother about those defeats at this point in time. You will eventually succeed when you fail and tell yourself that try once again. Success in life is a slow process. So don't give up on your ideas. Don't give up on your plans. Don't give up on your goals and dreams at this point in time just because you are facing temporary failures and temporary defeats. You need to become relentless at this point in time. You don't need to give up at this point in time. Nothing wants to stand in front of a person who doesn't want to give up, who is relentless. Even your life, even the universe will step aside if you become relentless in your life, if you don't want to give up in your life. And remember that you need to continue working at this point in time. In spite of that emotional trauma, in spite of that mental agony you may pass through, you need to keep on working. Nothing is gonna work without your work. We don't get in life what we ask for. We get in life what we ask and work for. As I just told you that nothing will work without your work. On the other hand, I want to tell you all, you need to take life easy at this point in time. Try not to hustle too much at this point in time. Try not to overwork yourself at this point in time. Sometimes in life you need to give yourself a break. You need to give yourself some rest. You need to give yourself some mental peace and some physical rest. And you need to enjoy yourself a bit also. Life is not all about work. it is also about some enjoyment, enjoying some moments in your life. Life is like an ice cream. Eat it before it melts. So you need to keep this saying in your mind, and you need to enjoy a bit at this point in time. And the other thing which you need to remember at this point in time is that sometimes life is up and sometimes life is down. But during those down moments, that is where your character building takes place. Life is cyclic. Sometimes you are gonna experience sadness, sometimes you are gonna experience happiness. And that is what is called life. The only thing which will make you successful in your life, if you know how to handle the nights which come right after day, if you know how to handle sadness which comes right after happiness. Life is gonna show us all the shades of color a life has. And life is like an onion. You peel one layer at a time, and sometimes it makes you cry. So if you are crying at this point in time, if you aren't happy with your situation at this point in time, if you are not happy with your circumstances at this point in time, remember that the night is not gonna last and you are gonna see the sunrise very soon. So this is all I wanted to tell you all about the solar eclipse which is gonna take place on the 20th of April 2023. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you may contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will never get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. These remedies which I'm talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion, because I believe that there is only one God in this universe. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains, so if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, love relationships, marriage, married life, children, property, education, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu visit of your flat, office, residence or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.